Have you ever realized some famous faces were actually hitched without most people even knowing? Today, we're shining a spotlight on Hollywood's most astonishing marriages, ones you might have overlooked or completely forgotten. From lightning-fast romances to iconic power couples, these tales are bound to amaze you. Alexis Denisof and Allison Hannigan's romance sparked on the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the late 1990s. Hannigan, beloved as Willow Rosenberg, found herself smitten with Denisof, who played Wesley Wyndham-Pryce. At first, Denisof hesitated to date a co-star, hoping to keep things professional. But after spending more time together, they forged a friendship so strong it blossomed into genuine chemistry. By 2003, they were head over heels and tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony in California. Since then, they've balanced busy acting careers and family life with remarkable ease, welcoming 2 daughters in 2009 and 2012. Their enduring bond is often credited to a deep friendship, mutual respect, and a shared sense of humor. While Hannigan soared higher with How I Met Your Mother and the American Pie series, Denisof carved out a standout path of his own, popping up again as Sandy Rivers in How I Met Your Mother. Their seamless blend of personal and professional lives proves why they remain one of Tinseltown's most admired couples. Amber Tamblyn and David Cross forged an unexpectedly strong relationship despite their 19-year age gap. They bumped into each other at a comedy event in 2007, where Cross, famous for stand-up and his role on Arrested Development, was initially reluctant to pursue anything. Yet Tamblyn, acclaimed for Joan of Arcadia and The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, was eager to see where fate led them. In 2011, Cross proposed, and they married in 2012 during an intimate, whimsical ceremony. As a playful and down-to-earth duo, they regularly delight fans with glimpses of their humorous dynamic. In 2017, they welcomed a daughter, strengthening an already rock-solid bond. Outside of Hollywood, both passionately champion social and political causes. Tamblyn is also a poet who discusses motherhood's trials and triumphs, while Cross supports her activist efforts. Though their age gap once ignited curiosity, they've proven themselves as a committed couple who value privacy and a grounded lifestyle. Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller first crossed paths while filming Hackers in 1995, playing tech-savvy characters in a high-stakes digital battlefield. Their on-screen connection swiftly leapt off-screen, leading to a whirlwind wedding in 1996, just a few months after wrapping the film. In typical bold fashion, Jolie wore black leather pants and a white shirt emblazoned with Miller's name in her own blood, certainly a headline-making look. At the time, both were still launching their careers. Jolie, daughter of actor Jon Voight, was an emerging star, and British-born Miller was gaining traction in American cinema. Despite their fiery start, the marriage was brief. They split in 1997, although the legal divorce came in 1999, and both spoke kindly of each other afterward. Jolie often described Miller as one of the most genuinely kind people she'd ever met. They each went on to score massive achievements, Jolie becoming an Oscar-winning performer and humanitarian, Miller landing critical roles in television hits like Elementary. Though their marriage lasted only a short while, it remains an utterly fascinating chapter in 2 storied careers. Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer's love story kicked off in 2007 on the set of True Blood, where they played telepathic Sookie Stackhouse and vampire Bill Compton. Their sizzling on-screen chemistry spiced up fans' imaginations, but the couple initially kept their real-life romance under wraps. As the show's popularity exploded, their bond deepened. By 2009, Moyer was ready to propose, and in 2010, they exchanged vows in Malibu, surrounded by co-stars, family, and friends. In 2012, the pair welcomed fraternal twins, further sealing their powerful connection. Paquin, an Academy Award winner, and Moyer, who also ventured into directing, continuously support one another's pursuits. They're often praised for juggling thriving careers and family life without losing the spark that drew them together in the first place. Fans love how this real-life romance mirrored their TV storyline, and they remain a testament to passionate love persisting under Hollywood's glaring spotlight. Charlie Day and Mary Elizabeth Ellis experienced their first spark back in 2001, leading to marriage 5 years later. While both gained fame individually, Day starring in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Ellis popping up in Reno 911. They became even more entertaining when fans learned they were married in real life. On It's Always Sunny, Day famously plays the eccentric Charlie Kelly, obsessing over a nameless waitress portrayed by Ellis, which adds a hilarious meta layer to their love story. Despite their comedic antics on screen, they keep their personal life grounded. After welcoming a son in 2011, they've stayed committed to family while also taking on smaller creative projects together. Their ability to handle showbiz chaos while preserving a supportive, loving bond stands as proof of their deep respect for each other. Even with Day's wild-eyed comedy and Ellis's razor-sharp delivery, they've managed a lasting, low-profile marriage for more than 2 decades. Christie Brinkley and Billy Joel were an iconic fixture of 1980s pop culture, merging fashion and music in a relationship that enthralled millions. Their first encounter happened in 1983, when Joel dominated the charts with songs like Uptown Girl, famously inspired by Brinkley and fellow supermodels. Brinkley was at her peak as a supermodel, gracing countless magazine covers worldwide. Their connection was instantly electric, prompting a lavish wedding in 1985 on a yacht in New York Harbor. That same year, Brinkley starred in Joel's Uptown Girl video, forever cementing her place as his muse. Despite living a glittering life, unrelenting public scrutiny and Joel's non-stop touring schedule took a toll. By 1994, they called it quits, but their devotion to daughter Alexa Ray remained unwavering. Both continued to speak fondly of one another, reflecting on their heyday as a remarkable ride. Their partnership remains a memorable slice of pop culture, reminding fans that even fairy-tale unions can face real pressure. Christina Hendricks and Jeffrey Arend captured hearts with their quirky charm and abiding admiration for each other. They were introduced in 2007 through a mutual friend, and sparks flew from the first conversation. Hendricks, celebrated for her seductive portrayal of Joan Holloway on Mad Men, fell hard for Arend, recognized for roles in 500 Days of Summer and Madam Secretary. In 2009, they exchanged vows in a private New York City ceremony, kicking off a decade of devotion and laughter. Whether attending glitzy events or just hanging around town, they radiated warmth and affection. During Hendricks's most famous years on Mad Men, she credited Arend's humor and steadfast support for keeping her grounded. Though they never had children, they nurtured each other's creativity and personal goals. After 10 years, they announced an amicable parting in 2019 but expressed immense gratitude for the love they shared. Their marriage remains a charming example of genuine affection in an industry obsessed with the spotlight. Christine Taylor and Ben Stiller's relationship stood as a beloved Hollywood staple, equal parts personal devotion and comedic chemistry. They first encountered one another in the late 1990s on an unaired TV pilot. Sparks flew, and by 2000, they were married in a dreamy Hawaiian ceremony. Sharing a passion for laughter, they joined forces in fan favorites like Zoolander, Dodgeball, and Tropic Thunder, merging real-life romance with side-splitting on-screen banter. In 2017, they surprised fans by announcing a separation, acknowledging the typical struggles of a long-term union. Elizabeth Moss and Fred Armisen wowed fans with their swift romance, which began in 2008 when Moss made a guest appearance on Saturday Night Live. Armisen, then a key cast member, hit it off with Moss, who was already rising to fame as Peggy Olson on Mad Men. A few months later, they were engaged, and by October 2009, they were married in a low-profile ceremony. Sadly, their relationship unraveled in under a year, culminating in a 2010 divorce. Moss later described that experience as incredibly tough, while Armisen admitted he wasn't a great partner at the time. Though fleeting, their union highlighted the challenges of juggling high-profile careers and personal lives in the public eye. Both have since achieved further acclaim, Moss gaining awards for The Handmaid's Tale, and Armisen thriving in comedy hits like Portlandia. Despite the marriage's brevity, it remains a noteworthy chapter reflecting the intense spotlight that accompanies Hollywood relationships. Helen Hunt and Hank Azaria were TV royalty when they began dating in the mid-1990s. Hunt was ruling the airwaves on Mad About You, while Azaria voiced multiple adored characters on The Simpsons. By 1994, they were fully committed, and after nearly 6 years together, they married in 1999. Yet, despite that lengthy courtship, the actual marriage lasted only about a year. They amicably went their separate ways, finalizing a divorce in 2000. Fortunately, their careers soared regardless, Hunt snagging an Oscar for As Good as It Gets, and Azaria continuing his celebrated voice work, along with memorable on-screen roles. While their wedded life was short, their time together remains a fascinating marker in 90s Hollywood, reminding everyone that not even two TV superstars are immune to relationship challenges. Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen fascinate fans as one of the entertainment world's most intriguing long-time couples. They met at a 2002 gathering in Sydney, where their instant spark lit a path toward a 6-year engagement. Fisher, acclaimed for playful roles like Wedding Crashers, fell for Baron Cohen's outrageous satire showcased in creations like Borat and Bruno. In 2010, they quietly wed in Paris, an event so discreet only very close friends and family attended. Fisher chose to convert to Judaism beforehand, calling it a profound personal decision. Over time, they welcomed 3 children, juggling jam-packed schedules while maintaining a solid family environment. Audiences adore how they step out on red carpets beaming with pride for one another. They've become a shining example of a couple whose union flourishes without overshadowing each individual's creative spark. Jared Padalecki and Genevieve Cortez found love amid demons and monsters on the set of Supernatural. Padalecki, already the established Sam Winchester, first saw Cortez when she was cast as Ruby. Their introduction was hilariously awkward since Cortez was in minimal wardrobe, an encounter they still joke about. Despite the comedic start, their connection soon turned serious. In early 2010, Padalecki proposed, and later that year, they exchanged vows at a gorgeous ceremony with castmates, friends, and family. Since then, the couple has grown their family with 3 children, all while handling jam-packed careers. Padalecki stayed loyal to Supernatural, then branched into other projects, while Cortez explored acting roles and personal interests. As the years go by, they continue sharing glimpses of home life on social media, proudly showing off their tight-knit bond. Their real-life fairy tale is a testament to finding genuine love in the strangest of places. Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Hilary Burton have captured hearts with a devoted relationship spanning well over a decade. In 2009, mutual pals Jensen and Daniil Ackles introduced them, and fireworks flew instantly. Morgan, famous for The Walking Dead and Supernatural, and Burton, renowned for One Tree Hill, chose to keep their early romance quiet. By 2010, they welcomed their son Augustus, and in 2018, their daughter George arrived, making them a blissful family of 4. They officially tied the knot in 2019, celebrating with a private ceremony on their serene farm in upstate New York. Fans love how they occasionally portray a married couple on screen, giving audiences a glimpse of that genuine spark. Their story is admired for its honesty, steadfast loyalty, and prioritizing family above the red carpet hustle. Morgan and Burton prove that real love can absolutely flourish away from the glitz of Hollywood. Jennifer Grey and Clark Gregg cherished nearly 2 decades of affection before eventually parting ways. They crossed paths in the early 2000s, quickly forming a meaningful bond. Grey, beloved for classics like Dirty Dancing, and Gregg, recognized as Agent Phil Coulson in the Marvel Universe, married in 2001, then welcomed a daughter, Stella, the following year. The couple focused on a grounded home life, rarely thrusting their relationship into the spotlight. Over time, they supported each other's goals, with Grey popping up on TV and Gregg appearing in films and on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although they announced an amicable separation in 2020, they expressed deep admiration for the nearly 19 years they shared. Their story highlights that sometimes even the strongest relationships can change direction, yet still preserve mutual respect and dedication to family. Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage ignited a whirlwind romance that sent tabloids into a frenzy in the early 2000s. Presley, the only child of music legend Elvis, crossed paths with Cage, famous for his Oscar win and bold cinematic choices, at a party in 2000. The sparks flew, and they began a passionate courtship. By August 2002, they'd tied the knot in a private Hawaiian ceremony. However, the marriage ended almost as swiftly as it started. Presley filed for divorce in November, just 108 days later. In retrospect, Cage acknowledged their intense chemistry was a double-edged sword, while Presley saw it as a wild but informative experience. Despite the brevity, they emerged from it with mutual respect. Their short-lived union stands as one of Hollywood's most talked-about blink-and-you'll-miss-it marriages, fueled by undeniable magnetism and watched closely by the entire world. Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig are revered for being both masterful performers and fiercely private partners. Long acquainted through show business circles, they finally connected romantically while filming Dream House in 2011. Within that same year, they astonished fans by marrying in an intimate New York ceremony attended by just 4 people, 2 close friends, plus her son and his daughter. At the time, Weisz was acclaimed for roles in The Mummy and The Constant Gardener, while Craig had become a global phenomenon portraying James Bond. In 2018, the couple celebrated the arrival of their first child together, a precious daughter. Admirers praise how they keep private matters locked away, sharing only glimpses of red carpet appearances and rarely discussing their relationship in interviews. Their discreet yet powerful union exemplifies lasting devotion amid the glare of Hollywood stardom. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you're always up to date with the newest star-studded revelations.